and welcome to UMRL Round 5 in Germany. I'm here with youa, and yeah, I don't know how to start things.
Yo, yeah, commentary, eh? Commentary is a funny thing, Flak, but yeah. We're back at Germany, yeah? I think last season in UL, it was like the season opener where Justin won by about. Then was
Oh yeah,
second.
UMRL. I heard UL
Yeah.
because you also had Hockenheim in UL last season, although it was a different track.
Very
And
true.
Nitro goes provisional pole with a 0.3. Nikhil P2. He actually
Oh,
tries. He's that
oh.
guy. Actually, Toaster in the top 8 too. You don't see that very often. He's not a great qualifier. If anything, his race pace is very good though. You have Pablo, OMRL champion, EMRL champion, my bad. The newly crowned yesterday. He's in P3, but now the laps get done for the second lap. And it's Nitro and then Zguin who improves to P2. Guy, P3. Is this the race where you're gonna see the Season 3 champion back? Then Kozil, Etruria making it both into Q3 at the moment. Nikhil still in top 8, P5. Then Pablo, georus, but then Pigeon goes P4, our championship leader. He's back today. While Toaster goes out, he's in P13, Strudel P10, but people are still crossing the line. We know Pigeon is like the last one to cross the line, but his lap is done, and he's through. So you are one
A
out
lot.
with the line. Oh, he got there at the last minute. Oh my. Yeah, and
It's
Pablo got out by
insane.
1 millisecond. So
Yeah.
we have Nitro in Q1 pole. We got Pablo, Strudel, Fabianski, Compressor, Jeru, Toaster, Matenal Bono, and Chicho Burger out in Q1. So the two Olympos, two Astons, one MP, one Minardi, both Zepexes, and the only, well, I don't know, independent / Euro APA / APA / dead team / Euro administrated team / anything. So our Polish showdown is between Nitro, Elok, Zguin, Gig. I think this is like his best quality in a bit of time, if I'm not wrong. Then georus, Kozil, Pigeon, and Nikhil. Yeah.
Who do you think is gonna take it?
Actually, I think anyone could take it. I mean, Nitro has shown very good pace, but he said it, like, UMRL quali is like getting that one lap. So anyone can get that one lap. We know many have like a PB of 0.10 in the 0.10s. He got just 0.17. He wasn't like in the 0.0s. So go commentate. You can commentate for Q2.
No sweat, Flak. Q2 begins here at Hockenheim, of course. Last year's winner, who was in this car that we're showing now, that Nitro's in again, isn't here this weekend. That's Justin, who dominated last year. But maybe this year, Minardi could be on top once again, because Nitro topping Q1 has looked impressive this weekend and sets a 26.22 tenths clear of georus, who is in second. Then you've got Zedwin, who won at Canada. Third place for him, Kozil, Gear, Pigeon, Nikhil, who's up in Q2 today, and Eloxian, that's your top 8. Nikhil in for Williams, no Laguna, as many of you can see. We're on board with Kozil here, rounding off the final sector. Second sector is only 4 seconds long, which is quite hilarious. But that's a side note. Kozil, I think, improved into second place, 26.3, but Nitro's still looking very good at the moment. Gear in third, georus in fourth in the MP. Then you've got Zedwin, Pigeon, Eloxian, and Nikhil. Eloxian up in second in Q1 was incredible. Kozil, purple in sector 1. Then yellow in sector 2. Still keeping it tidy, so maybe there's a chance that he can improve. As now we come around the final corner and he hits the
No way!
But,
oh wow!
My soul.
That's unfortunate.
And Pigeon. It's unfortunate, but at the end of the day, Africa's back on top, baby. Nitro takes pole. Kazil and Pigeon tied for second and third. What a lap from Nitro. What laps by Nitro. Top in both sessions by quite some distance and looking like the favorite for today if he can break out of slipstream. Then you've got Gear. Brilliant P4 for him in the Etruria. Second and fourth for the Italian team. Then you've got Georus in the MP up in fifth. He's been pretty impressive and won yesterday. Uneo Morale. You've got Seguin, sixth place for Williams, S25M. And you've got Eloxian, seventh place, so both one times in the top seven, and Nikhil in eighth place. A solid quali for him. Flak. Very interesting little race coming up, and I hear this rain as well.
Yeah, I think Nikhil has had a lot of mistakes in his 3 laps because like that time wasn't as good as his Q1 runs, but like nowhere as good. Also, Nitro's lap wasn't as good as his Q1 run, but that was like insane already from him. Kozil and Pigeon kinda have to wonder what Kozil's lap would have been. I think that would have challenged for P1, to be honest. Pigeon getting it done. Like, maybe he's not getting pulled, but he's still P2 or P3, depending on how the die is gonna roll on that. That's crazy from him. He was like nowhere maybe in the first lap. In the second lap, he was still like P7, though he was at a 0.4. And then improves 1/10, he's there. That was what you have to do when you want to be a champion. Just be there and be consistent. Guy shows it because he's been called up for this one race for Etruria. Usually the lineup is Kozil and Ludwig, but Ludwig isn't here today. Oh, we're starting. And it's a bit of a rain start.
Ooh, what just happened?
Pigeon starts very bad. No, what the hell? What? Yay! I think we had a server lag. That's great because I didn't even say anything. Like the race is starting. I said like, yeah, we're going because we were just thinking about the strategy, weren't we? Everyone is starting now. Maybe, yeah, they are. As Nitro gets a good start, but Pigeon will have all the slipstream. The two Etrulia's behind. Nitro goes on. Georus up into P4. youa trying to get the best of Kozil and whoever that is. It's a bit laggy right now. It was the green who now tries to attack on Kozil himself. Goes force wide, but he's still there. And the first Aston, the one of Strudel, going back into the top 10. But now it's the other Aston, Compressor. That's quite the start. And it's hard to keep track of the top 10 right now. It's changing every corner, and then we have 4 people battling for P5. Wide, being pushed. Nido's like 7 places there. Nitro, 1 second ahead of the pack. Guy, the only one who's not starting on softs is on mediums, is in P2. But he's gonna have to defend that. From Georus and Pigeon, who really want that. Georus maybe a bit wide. Pigeon, with all of the slipstream in the world, is P2 now. Can he go ahead, or are they gonna stop him and get Nitro?
Oh my!
Oh! Okay.
Oh,
He's defending it all himself, maybe trying to get Kozil back into P2 and making it go away, run away, but he's have to defend these 3 other people. There's Georus going on. Seguin now in P2. This is the fight to look at. And Nitro loves it.
Oh!
He's 2.5 seconds ahead. Oh, and they all go wide. Georus now. Oh, wow. I've seen Toaster for a moment as well, but he's now P8. This is so entertaining.
This is so entertaining, Flak. This is actually incredible. All I see is wheel-to-wheel action everywhere you look. You've got 3 wides, you've got 2 wides, you've got Pablo side by side with... Oh my Compressor. Up into second, Pablo
Who are they?
having a trailers hit him from behind as well in the Olympus as he's also up the field, overtakes Gear. Joris up into second, so the Gear train has absolutely been minced. He's down to seventh, and Nitro up in front has about 4 seconds, close to 5 seconds of a gap, with Joris now being the chaser. Seguin in third, Compressor holding off that P4 from Kazil. Pablo going with Gear, who's trying to get back at him and overtakes him once again for P6. Toaster in 8th, Eloxian in 9th. There's a few names we're missing. You've got Nikhil all the way down there as Jaruni and Albano go for part 2 after yesterday.
Yeah,
Pigeon
also
is out!
Pigeon. Yeah, I think he had some issues because he was down in like P17. Either he had, oh yeah, he was laggy. I can jump to the YouTube. But I mean, I think this commentary we're doing is not going to be the one that goes into YouTube. So yeah, shout out to that though. Go hit the like button and subscribe. Nitro has 4 second lead on Joris. Compressor 1 second behind. So now P1 and P2 both have some lead, but the train keeps on going. Gear from M to M, but nobody else is beaten. So what's that? Like that's a strange strategy. And Compressor is P3. Though the battle goes on, and we've seen how chaotic this can be. Joris. Oh, Mal is laggy too. Yeah.
Again.
Oh, and that's on Gi. That's a kill on Gi. Yeah, Matt should have left already. Yeah, Matt DNF, bro. Yeah, he's going to the pits. He's gonna DNF there, I hope. Compressor going up into the inside of Seguin and fails the corner completely. He's down into P5. Matt leaves the race. Georus now 4 seconds behind Nitro, who pits. Is Georus gonna pit too? No, I think he's staying out. Seguin pits from P3, Pablo in P4, Elok, and so it's, yeah, basically just Seguin. No, sorry, Joris staying on. No, it's also Compressor actually, and Strudel and Fabianski. So Compressor, despite being P5 or P4, he's ended up behind Nitro after his pit. While Toaster on the inside of both Seguin and Fabianski, though he has to pit or... No, he's pit already. Wow. So now this is the battle. Oh my. Where's Gigi?
Toaster, what the?
Oh, Gigi's
Where's the Toaster
PA.
come from?
I don't know. I think maybe he pitted one lap before the others. Because, man, I did not expect him to be with Seguin. Yeah, I think he undercut.
Must have been, because he was at the back of that whole pack, but now suddenly Minardi on course for a 1-3 with Joris in between. So suddenly it is open. Seguin trying to make a move on Toaster, going down the inside into the hairpin. He's ahead of braking. Toaster decides to go for the switchback, but stays behind as the S25M driver has taken it and now makes a bit of a mistake, which allows Toaster to get back on him. As right behind them, you've got Kazil, you've got Pablo, who's still, I mean, he's trying to get his revenge after Canada. You've got Kazil, you've got Compressor. Kazil, the only man in the top 8 on those hard tires. Guille in 9th, Eloxian in 10th. As Toaster's going down the inside once again on Seguin. I love youa morale because I love seeing action like this where drivers go head to head, deciding to take the position instead of just staying behind. But all of this, with what happened to Pigeon, now opens up the championship for some new potential contenders. And Nitro, with him having a 5-6 second gap out in front, is one of those contenders. And that gap keeps on extending as Eloxian makes a mistake. Nikhil now trying to get past him. There's going to be a bit of ping involved, so I wonder how this is going to go. But Nikhil's ahead on both their screens. Eloxian coming back on his screen, but not on Nikhil's. No collision, hopefully. Yeah, no collision. They're keeping it clean, still side by side on Eloxian's screen. He's ahead on Nikhil's screen. Oh, Nikhil has been forced off. Yeah. And now here's Strudel on the back of Nikhil and Chicho Burger as well, with Albano behind Fabianski and Jaruni up in the top 10 as well, Flak.
Yeah. Also, Seguin has got the better of Toaster now. He's probably fresher tires got him into P3. But now it's going to be a tough run up to Joris, who's actually going in the same type of lap times as Nitro is doing, because the gap keeps on being around 5.5 seconds. Seguin into the second of Georus maybe gonna be out a bit soon. We see they are pretty much close. Not as close as Toaster and Pablo though. Toaster having to
Ooh.
fight everyone at the moment. Maybe because his tires are worse than the others. But Kozil hanging on those arcs, we will see him maybe with a chance of going longer after an. Ooh, that's Chicho Burgain in the wall, and that causes a bit of chaos. Exactly when Toaster comes out of the pits, lap 17. Now Pablo, Kozil, and Compressor, they are going to end up where Toaster is, so maybe Pablo doesn't want to fight too much, but Kozil is gonna go much longer. So he wants the position, he wants clean air for his arts. Or some slipstream, which is getting now, but he seems faster, to be honest. Yeah, he just waits for Pablo to end his stint and then go on. And
Ooh,
now
there
he
he
makes the
goes.
move. Ooh,
Black
that's a
Rockets with
crazy move.
marks.
Yeah, hopefully nothing
Oh,
bad happens, but we know where these corners go, and Pablo is going into the pits. Yeah. Toaster now, where is he gonna end up? Eloction behind him. Seguin very much behind him. Pablo behind him. Yeah, Undercut is very good on this track. Juris now, though, he's pit. He's ahead of Guy now, who's not pit yet. After his first stint was very short. Now his second stint on the mediums is 12 laps. What the hell? Not understanding that. What is
oh,
Elo doing? He seemed to slow down. I don't know if on purpose or anything, but that caused a lot of problems with Trudel, who was close up behind. Now Seguin has the move with his arts. Is he gonna go inside? Yeah, it is easy pass for Seguin. But maybe Elok is gonna try and get back at him. No, his tires are not good enough. Nitro leading by 6.5 seconds on Cozy, who still has to pit. But Jarvis is now on the back of Cozy himself. This race is not gonna end now.
oh.
We are not even halfway through. The two Olympos in the points. P8, P9, that would be a great result. And also if we consider that
Oh
Pablo is pit.
dear.
Oh, what happened? I was looking at the.
Um,
Did he just go, or was it like Thierry
yeah.
or something? I hit from behind.
Pablo's, oh sorry,
Oh,
Pablo's
yeah.
trailer. It's the back of Strudel, which gave Strudel a boost into the grass, which is not the most ideal thing, is because they're still holding onto the P3, trying to go as long as possible in case the rain falls. So it's a little bit similar to what happened at Brazil last season, where he and Strudel went for, or like he and Strudel were on some smoke. Strudel won the race because Zeal's gambles at the end not quite working out. But maybe today could be a day where it does, although it's going to take a lot to beat Nitro. And speaking of Strudel, he does come into the pits, drops to the back of the field. That hit from Pablo's trailer would not have helped, as somebody had gone off. I don't know who it was, but somebody's trailer just went off into the distance. There's probably worth keeping an eye on that. If possible, if Albano in the top 10 fighting
Ooh,
his old
Ezekiel's
CLT.
missing the corner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. I don't know if he missed it or if he got hit off over
I don't
there.
know. I think he was. Oh, wait, yeah. I kind of forget that he's like in Japan now, so he has an even bigger trailer than before. So yeah, I think maybe he was ahead and got forced up, but like he was fully behind here. Seemed like too much of a mistake. And Toaster now on his third pit, with Kosil on his second. Take him out, one behind the other. Toaster with a
Oh,
shorter stint we've seen. What happened?
huh?
5 people
This whole
fighting for P10. Elok, Chicho, Fabianski, Albono, and Nikhil. Albono probably maybe the worst tires. Yeah, he is on all
yeah.
tires. Fabianski now getting the better of them with a soft tire. Nikhil trying to hang on with his hards. While Elok and Chicho are just about aging medium tires. Elok trying to get the better of the pack now. Nikhil's still trying to hang on. Chicho makes the move on Fabi. Ilog has time to go. So maybe these three are now going to be the center of the battling. And Nikhil gets forced off again. He's very unlucky. His trailer is he's doing him very badly. Or at least the other drivers are doing him very badly.
Yeah.
She and Kosin fighting! The two Etrurias, what the hell? Yeah, Kosin now goes through. That's the best idea. Yeah.
Oh, sorry for that. Sorry to. Yeah, that was. Oh, wow, that's lost both Pablo and Compressor a lot of time to those two Etrurias who have now finally swapped positions. Georus looking like he's set for second. Toaster on the back of Gear, who's probably going to work hard for his teammate like he did in that first stint, where he tried his utmost to hold on to P2, which did allow Nitro to pull a gap. But I do personally love when drivers fight for their positions, like Compressor against Pablo. A little bit of ping involved. Yeah, Compressor forces Pablo off. Maybe as a bit of revenge. Gear holding off Toast, almost going back at Kozil, but obviously he's going to stay in the slip as Pablo goes down the inside on his screen. Kozil, Compressor still ahead of Pablo on his own screen. Pablo side by side with Compressor, edged off a little bit there. Now here comes Kozil trying to get past Pablo. Pablo's trailer is going to be absolutely immense over here. Compressor into the pits along with Pablo, who was in a whole lot of, like, I don't know what. Is now Toaster trying to get past Gear. It's a lag rocket. It gets past Kozil. The track. Oh dear, Flak.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't lose much time, to be honest, to Kozil. Maybe to the rest of the players in the rooms they did, but the first part of the lag rocket seemed maybe even intentional, because they were going so fast next race. Then they couldn't turn enough. Now Toaster just squeezing off Key enough not to get any portion of the drive. Maybe a trailer adjustment that didn't see properly and keep fighting despite having those whole mediums. Now having to back out. And that little mistakes on the exit maybe costs him the position. But Kozil has escaped. So very good work from Guy. And Georus now, he beats, and he's along Toaster. They should work together. And exactly, Toaster makes Georus pass. Oh no! Kozil lags. But it's his first strike, so maybe we're gonna let them through. Yeah, I guess PIGGY is gonna let them through. Chichoburger leaves the race. I don't know if that's lag or anything. But Georus has catched on to Kozil. And Seguin is in the back of the pack.
Nitro is
Well, Nitro hasn't pit yet. He's gonna pit now, but he's 14 seconds ahead of Kozil. That's crazy. We know the rain is coming, so it's not gonna be that easy. If he just fails a rain gamble, he will be with the rest of the pack. You never know with rain races, but in the dry part of it, Nitro is trying to escape as much as possible and building that gap. And this fight between Georus and Kozil will help him, but Georus easily getting through. Nitro with another set of arts. And yeah, Kozil trying to hang on to Georus' slipstream. He manages to do it. Maybe he will try and make a move. But I don't think he will, actually. Maybe he's waiting for the biggest opportunity of here. But he doesn't. He just keeps slipstreaming him. He understood finally that maybe fighting at this stage doesn't help because Seguin and Toaster are still slipstreaming. Seguin may be faster than Toaster.
No!
That's maybe a big penalty. Usually that was last season, so I think it's gotta be that this season too. And Seguin returns the favor in a slightly less crashy way. And Seguin is up into P4. What the hell are we doing? And where's the rain, by the way? Like, bro, we have rain ideally. We've seen the clouds pop up, the sun come back. Is it 10%? Is it 25? No, it's 10. Okay, that makes more sense. But still, Go on, you can talk for a bit. Just love it.
Yeah, I just saw an incident there. I think Nick Hill's trailer's suffering out there. He and Strudel had a bit of an incident. And speaking of Strudel, side by side with Fabianski Albano at the back of it, Nick Hill probably a little bit frustrated, trying to make the move on Albano. Of course, old teammates in CL with Mazza in the PC leagues as Mazza won the constructors a few seasons ago. But now Strudel has Fabianski coming at him. Fabianski, is he going for the inside? He waits. Albano waits. Nick Hill waits. And Nick Hill, I think, goes past Albano on his screen. Albano will see him side by side on his own screen. So Albano will be hoping that he's not forced off. And Nick Hill makes the move cleanly. Kazil off. And now Nick Hill around the outside of Kazil with a lovely little move to take the final points place. B12. Is Fabianski going to go back? Maybe not the best points to do so because of the trailers, but let's see, they're going side by side on the straight. Lap 39 for them, lap 40 for the Ghost up ahead of Nitro. Fabianski and Nick Hill keeping it clean with one another. Nick Hill holds on to the position. Strudel on those fresher mediums decides, now I've had enough of this, I'm going to pull away, because his luck today when it comes to racing other people has not been the best. And now here comes Fabianski. Nick Hill with the mistake, just as Albano was trying to make the move on Fabianski once again. So Fabianski's back in the slip. Is he going to go down the inside? Of course he is. And not quite able to make it. Nick Hill firms it around the outside, holds onto the position. Albano waiting for any opportunity he can, as some drivers like Toaster and Compressor up ahead have come in for their final stops. And if I'm correct, Kazil has also come in for his own final stops, but he's probably going to the end. Yeah, Flak. So, on for... Who do you think is going to get the podium, though?
I think maybe Seguin, but we will have to see on strategy. I think Seguin has the best chance, but if Kozil puts up something miraculous with these early stop he did, I don't know if you saw, but he came back just ahead of Gig. And now they've catch Pablo, who's on all tires, and he's actually making him lose a lot of time. But the stop was very well timed because, for example, Toaster pitted well, but he was behind Jeru, so he had to lose time there. Georus now pitting, Pablo pitting. Is Georus gonna be ahead of Kozil? He is, but just barely. The podium race is on.
Yeah.
Toaster, Jeru, maybe it's the streaming, or maybe Jeru not realize. Yeah, he is realizing he has older tires. Just live streaming Toaster. Behind though, the fight of Pablo continues. The Olympus cars are fighting with everybody today. Obviously Pablo has just been, so his tires are pretty much the best of the pack. Pariloction maybe he's gonna try and attack. We don't know, that's youa morale for you. You have everything going on at the same time. With Nitro, he's lapping them, but luckily we have ghosted cars this time around, not like old morale, where cars weren't ghosted and it was a nightmare, as they told me.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Really?
It wasn't even the first time this season. Did Toaster just beat again? No, he didn't. Okay, I just misread. His line. Because I saw him like coming out of the pits, I was like, what the... They were just cutting. Nikhil and Albano. I think Nikhil may have just let Albano through for the last point because he was far ahead before. Maybe when he lost a bit fighting, he said, okay, maybe I will give that point to him because he deserves it.
Yeah,
but what's green?
Let's see. Let's screenshot this quickly. But you know what?
Well, yeah, I did it. Wow.
Hey, legend. But yeah, Flak, with about 10 laps to go, we are on course for some history because in the entirety of youa morale's history, I don't think there's ever been an African winner. And on top of that, The one African winner who's come close and close and close many times has been Nitro. So with about 8 laps to go for himself, he's got a 17-second gap. Yes, 17-second gap out in front as the laps tick by slowly but surely. Minardi won here with dominance last season, and with this season, Nitro makes his final stop of the race, hopefully, if there's no rain or strudel.
What's going on with Flak? Did he hit the pit? The pit.
I think so.
We've had like 3 or 4 pit wall hits today. I think it was because Toaster didn't say beware the wall like he did usually. That may be the reason. that was actually bringing my good luck. We had like 1 per race when he did that. Well, the first he's picked on 2 softs though. Maybe it's gonna beat Justin's record from last season. I'm gonna just catch the result. I don't know about that. Maybe it's gonna rain, maybe it's not, maybe it's gonna drop off at the end. I mean, he's wanted a win for ages. He's got denied last week. He's got actually third by 2.5 seconds.
Ouch.
He's come close time and time again. He was P3 in Japan. He was P3 in Portugal. He asked before the season, before the week, how much the record was for podiums without a win. He really was getting to that mental state. Now has an 11-second lead. Yeah, I'm just catching what happened last season. Because that was historic. Minardi's second win in youa after obviously Toaster. Justin won by 15.5 seconds. He lapped Nitro in that race. Nitro got P7. We got Justin Zigabov, Laguno, Senna, Perojev time. So in the top 6, none of it are racing today. But actually, we got like 3 of them banned. 1 got involved in an out case as well. 1 kind of retiring Bob. And 1 is just not racing Laguno. And then it's Nitro. Wild how much UMRL grid changes over just 1.5 seasons.
Absolutely.
Yeah, not much going on directly in the race, maybe. There's a fight between Nikhil, Strudel, and Bono. I don't know if they're fighting or anything. Pablo is fighting Compressor, that's for sure. Yeah, Nikhil goes off. Albono with 1 less stop. He's trying to hold on to his back-to-back points. Nikhil still having all darts. Zaguin has catch georus. And Kozil, actually, is in that train too. So maybe something is gonna happen in this last, 2 laps, yeah.
Oh,
and actually, georus making a lot of mistakes. And Zaguin is P2. georus making the move. He loses the place anyways.
Nitro begins his final lap as well, which is as Zaguin makes that move stick, but so many seasons of trying and trying again. And sometimes if you are a driver in the leagues, sometimes you just feel like giving up. But if there was ever a story about never giving up, today is the day. Africa unites. Algeria unites. Nitro, you are a UMRL winner. And long last. Get in there. He's done it. Zaguin takes second, georus is 4th. He's done it, Flak. He's freaking done it.
Yeah, Nitro, you're UMRL race winner at long last. He actually did it this time around. He was looking so fast throughout the whole week. At least that's what he told me. And he actually won it in a race that had 10% ring, but the ring never showed up. Never showed up as, you could say, the competition today. Obviously joking, because they are all much faster than anyone else in this game. He wins by 14 seconds flat. That's like one of the top performances in the history of UMRL. probably the largest win margin for a first win in a career. Nitro wins. The Wheel takes second, georus takes third. So Kozil is fourth, Toaster P5, Compressor with an outstanding P6, Gig on his return. I don't even know if he raced this season. He got P7 though. Very good race and very good defense from him, especially. Pablo P8, he's got a lot of fights. Jeru, we haven't talked about him like all race, except for maybe a short part of it. He's P9. Eloction is P10. We obviously lost Pigeon due to DNF. We lost Chicho and Matt due to DNF. Then we have Elok P10, Strudel P11, Albono with back-to-back points. Fabianski P13 and Nigel P14. Probably going for the fastest lap at the end. Or actually not, because he was actually very close to the pack. I don't know. So yeah, that's round 5 for you. And oh my, I was kind of crying, yeah. Nitro MRL has begun his rise to the ranks. All winners but Senna and Nitro are coming from Europe. And also I think that Senna was racing in Portugal when he won that race. So it's the first time a driver who's not racing from Europe wins a race.
Second podium citizens, Frimpong, as Mary said. And Flak, your team has another win. Let's go.
I mean, too easy, right? No, just kidding. I mean, we knew we had put a very good team on the cards. We had maybe a bit of a rough start. Some races didn't go as planned. But, I mean, Nitro's won today. Justin has won round 1 and got P2 after penalties in P3. Nitro, it's his third podium in a row. Toaster is coming up strong, subbing in for Justin, who should be back next round. So yeah, we are actually a good team, but that's nothing new.